Hey guys, okay, this just happened today, and this is a perfect example of what happens when I put my experiences on the internet, just like the one you're watching. Okay, so this starts off in a dream. I wake up in the chaos with two people robbing my house in St. Lucia. So this is how it happened. I'm dreaming. I'm on the top floor of the house, looking out the window. It's snowing and it's at night. And there's these two guys that keep running back and forth and there's a bunch of cars stuck on the street and in my front lawn. And there's people on there. And the people were coming from the cars to seek refuge in our house. Like, not dozens, but like 5 or 6 or 7. And they were meeting my wife and everything, and my wife was taking care of them down there in the snow, okay? It was like 5 or 6 or something. And keeping them warm in the house until they could get dug out in the front lawn. I'm up in the top window, and I'm sleeping, looking out the window while I'm laying down. And there's these two guys that are in a car on the street, and they run up the driveway into the house, and then they run back, and they run back and forth. Then one of the guys left the car on one of his trips, and he went on the other side of the house and disappeared, going up between the houses. And he came back with a whole family, walking out, a whole family, mom, dad, kids, and there's about 6 of them, and they got in the car. And I go, one guy goes in, 7 people come out. I thought to myself. Then I got pissed off. I wanted to know what these two guys were up to, right? I didn't know really. So I walked. When they ran up, they disappeared for a while. I said, I'm gonna go check out, see what they're doing. So I got up, went outside in the backyard, and we have a garage. And so I walked into the garage, and I'm looking around, and then I don't see anybody, but I know they're up there, up in the attic of the garage. And so there's this ladder you pull down, and you can go up. Well, the ladder is always down, because I always go up there to store my trains and stuff like that for storage. Because I make things, I create things in the illusion, and I store them at the house. Well, I put them up there, or Christ does, or my wife, or whoever stores them up there and leaves them for later. And it's nothing great, it's just trains, stuff like that. All my junk I create, they're keeping it for me for when I die, I can get it and live there. That's the way it is. Now, so I go up, I go up in the attic, and I'm coming through a hole, a square in the hole of the attic. There's 2 guys standing there. And one guy's not a black guy. He's sort of looks Muslim color, I don't know, Middle Eastern. Another guy's white guy, and I look at him, and I just ignore him like I'm coming up, right? But I know it's like I'm a little kid, and I'm just going up there to get my stuff and play or whatever. The white guy sticks his foot on my shoulder and starts pushing me down. He says, "Get out of here, kid! You're not supposed to be here. Get out of here! Get out of here!" Like this. And then the other guy, he says, "Just leave him alone. Let him do his thing. And ignore him. We'll be all right." And so the white guy gets all pissed off, and he's looking out the little porthole window, for a vent at the top. And he's looking out there, and he's all mad and grumbling to himself. And they're all pissed off, and I go up there, and I want to see what they're doing. And I'm just acting like I'm coming up to do my normal thing, whatever that is. And all of a sudden, as they're pushing me around, not pushing me around, but messing with me, all of a sudden, I get hit like that. I get hit, and I wake up, and it's Christ yelling in my head. And he's hugging me, he's holding me, like that. From a dream, I wake up, and Christ ran into me and grabbed me. I wake up, the police are around the house, the police are taking the 2 guys away. The guys that just put the foot on my shoulder, they're taking them away. And Christ is freaking out. The 2 guys are being taken away, and I hear that I hear Christ talking to him or yelling at him or something, and he says, they're thieves, they're stealing stuff in the house. To me, or to somebody, I hear it anyway. And I'm totally confused. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm still hanging in the dream halfway, right? I'm trying to figure out the dream. Christ is yelling at me, hanging. And I hear the two guys, and he goes, "What were you doing?" He goes, and he was yelling at the two guys. The police had the two guys. And then he goes, I heard one guy say, "Oh, he's the same as us." I go, "No, I ain't. I'm in my house. I ain't the same as you. No fucking way I'm the same as you." And basically, they're thieves trying to steal my shit in the house where I live in St. Lucia. And I started asking Christ questions, trying to figure out what happened. And I'm telling, my innocence is telling him the dream. He wants to know everything in the dream. And I laid down and showed him my dream. Christ can come into you, see the dream, watch it play out, so you can get more information. They take the two guys away. They're off in jail now. And he wanted to know if there was any more that you saw in the dream, anything else in the dream. All the Christs were there. There was a big heavy Christ, a bunch of other Christs, the police were there. All this shit was going on. I'm just sitting there going, I don't know, I was sleeping watching these guys run around in the yard. I don't understand what it means. I'm still confused. And now, I kept shifting to a dream I had either yesterday or the day before. And it was roughly along the same lines where I'm laying in bed and I'm watching these guys come into our house. But I never caught it because I was wrapped up in another drama doing something else, okay? But this time, Christ caught it. Now, in the dream, I'm coming up into the attic of the garage. The guy puts his foot on my head. I come up there, and I'm looking through boxes and stuff, and the two guys are standing there, right? Something happens. Well, anyways, Christ got alerted. I was in the vicinity, like standing next to, not in dream space, but in St. Lucian, these two guys in our garage, I'm assuming, they were hiding out in the garage. I went up in the garage, stood there, Christ saw this, somehow he does this thing, he's hooked up to me. I go up in the garage, these two guys are there, Christ fucking all points bulleting on Richard, comes down, grabs these two guys. Turns out these two guys, I asked Christ later on, I go, what the hell were they doing there? Christ goes, they were sitting there waiting in the garage attic. And they were waiting for the kids and your wife to come home, and they were going through your stuff when you weren't home, and they were trying to figure out where your cell phones were. They were trying to steal your cell phone. And I'm like, the ones I made? And he goes, yeah, the ones you made. Now, I made the kids cell phones, like super duper Apple fucking things, because, you know, kids go to school and they gotta do it. So I go, you know what? I'm gonna give my kids a little something special. Ripped them off a couple of my cell phones. Like literally, I looked on the internet to the biggest, toppest Apple fucking iPhone, and I got it going. Gave it to my kids. All they basically do with it is listen to music. That's it. I go, you download all the music you want and you can listen to it forever. So, that's all they do with it, really. They don't talk or anything. I'm sure they do, but really, every time I talk to them, they're listening to their music. Anyway, Christ has one, and he uses it. Actually, I screwed it up the other day, or last week. Somehow I got a hold of Christ's phone, and I was looking up crop circles on the internet to show him, and this thing popped up, and I couldn't figure out how to get it back to where I was, so I just hit, like I thought I was hitting back, to where you go back to where you were, but I was actually hitting send over and over. He kept fucking running, what'd you do? And I guess I charged him $80 3 times for something, I don't know, but they got figured out. He's alright. He was crying, charged me $300 for something. Anyway, I guess I paid for something that Christ didn't need, and I just hit there, yep, this is what I want. Anyway, so these two guys were sitting there hiding out, staking out our house in the garage, waiting, following the kids and everything, and they were trying to steal the cell phones because they wanted cell phones. Then Christ goes on. These two guys heard about my family having these high-tech phones in the spirit world that I created for them in St. Lucia, where I lived, through the internet, where I post my videos on Facebook and YouTube. You guys. And Christ goes, people watch your videos, spirit people are also listening through them, and it spreads like wildfire. And he goes, well, every time you put something on the fucking internet, this is what happens. The people who are watching your videos don't consciously or whatever know they're doing this, but they get it in their heads. The spirits that are attached to them get the information, and they come right to your door, right to your house. Now these guys, they weren't from St. Lucia, but they're not bad guys either. They're just thieves, right? And so they came into St. Lucia, they started acting like normal people, and then they're hanging out and doing everything, found out where I live through, trains, whatever. The guy that makes trains, they came there, found the house, and decided, well, okay, the garage attic is a good place to stake out. And they were going to steal the cell phones from the kids and my wife and me, but I don't have any cell phones. But now they're doing time in jail. And I don't know what it's like, but to have JC tear you a new one is not too popular. And Christ said, cell phones are no big thing. You want a cell phone, come talk to me. Don't, Christ said, if you want technology and shit like that, he said, go talk to Christ. He's telling you people, if you want to know something, talk to Christ before you go breaking into someone's house and stealing their shit, and you get caught, and now you're doing 6 months for breaking 20 laws. And it's bad enough you broke into my house and you threatened my kids. It's bad enough that happened. You came into St. Lucia, and you're not supposed to be a St. Lucian. Oh man, you're done now. That has nothing to do with me. If you're a bad guy and you came into St. Lucian, you're toast. So to avoid all that, don't even bother. Just if you want to know something, they ain't going to talk to Christ. There's a reason why they're not in St. Lucia. Okay? There's a reason why. But they sneak in. They sit in the attic garage, waiting for my kids to come home, and then they'll run out, snatch the phone, and take off. And that's what they were doing. They're waiting. But they're waiting for good stuff. They're waiting and watching and learning their routines and stuff. Me, in dream space, caught him. I went right up to him, stood right next to him. Christ had a heart attack. Swarmed in, grabbed him. And that's what happened today. There's a lot more he said after that about other things he don't want me to talk about. He don't even want me to talk about this specific thing. He said, when I had a dream of a nuclear power plant in Russia and Nina, they didn't come here to find out why Nina died. The Russian Christ didn't give really two craps about Nina. They came here and did that thing to me in my head to find out what I knew about their nuclear program. And I go, I ain't fucking interested in a nuclear program. I was helping Nina out. Well, they didn't know that, and they wanted to know. And so that's what they did. They came in here and found out what I knew about their secret nuclear program and all that shit. And I'm like, oh, fucking please. Anyway, now that's done. I don't know nothing. It's over. We're all good. And that's how it goes. It even gets worse than that. He don't want me to tell you, so I ain't going to tell you right now. I'm going to let it blow over a little bit. But that's why I can't tell you. He'll kill me. I don't need it. I'm so fucking tired, guys. Yesterday, the day before, the doctor came, started extracting out of my testicles. I ended up calling him everything but a human. The doctor punched a hole in the wall, smashed the shit out of everything. Had a big fight. It lasted 2 days. I'm still fighting now. But I caught these two guys at the same time. As the fight was going on, that's why I'm talking about it. So they extract the essence, not just out of your nuts, but out of your spine, out of your eyes, out of your pineal glands, and all your chemicals and hormones. Stick a needle in, and I get to watch it all. I went nuts. Because because the big Christ, on my last review, said, no more extractions from Richard. He's never going to get back into the illusion, meaning I'm never going to leave here if you keep doing this. So, basically, you keep extracting with him, pissing him off, he's never going to leave, and we want him to leave. He has every right to leave. And that's why I came to Christ in the first place, to get healed from this shit. And they never let me leave. They always give me some fucking drama. So, that's why I'm here, fighting with Christ, yet catching cell phone and evil invaders. Alright? That's insane. But it all comes down to I got a little bit of what happened in my ET past life today. I'm gonna wait. Because I'm not allowed to talk about it, so I got some more stuff from my ET past life. And it all has to do with why I'm in St. Lucia, protected by Christ, and all this stuff. And other people, other bad people, why Christ says there's really bad fucking people coming after me because of the shit I put on YouTube and Facebook in these videos. He goes, you're fucking watched and protected 24/7. The only time we have a problem is when you go off in your dream. When you go into a dream and you're sleeping, your soul goes, takes off. We don't know where it's going. We're always watching where you're going. He gave me a cross, a ethereal cross, gold cross. And in this gold cross, it's sort of like a GPS. So whenever I go in the dream space of my soul and I'm sleeping, they just hook up to the cross to see where I am. And that's how they did what they did today. He hooked up to me, so these two people harassing me, swarmed in and got him. So I'm watched 24/7. So any bad guys out there thinking you're gonna get one on Christ, he's got you covered. He's got me covered 100 fucking different ways. All right, ain't nothing gonna do it. Nothing. All right. Okay. The police, they'll kick your ass and they'll control you. They'll put you in jail. You never get out. If it ever happens, the military's coming out. The military. These guys are from fucking Rome, Christs and shit from Rome, fighters, Knight Templar type people. You're done. You're done. You're done. There ain't a goddamn thing you can do. A fucking million of them guys, all Christs, just waiting for something to happen, for them to get out and fucking chop some heads. Are you kidding me? There's not a goddamn thing. You really gonna come fuck with me? Not just me, anybody, anywhere, anything. You're gonna go up against Christ with that waiting for you. And every one of them is tip top. It ain't never gonna happen. Never. Ever. There's no fucking way. Anyway, so what I'm just saying is, don't even bother. Spirit people out there, the dead. Don't come to me. You're just gonna get fucking. You're gonna get nicked and put in the fucking drink, in the clink. Don't even bother. They are watching me 24 different ways. My innocence talks. I got kids around me. I got Christ watching me 24/7. Forget about it. If you want a fucking cell phone, go buy one. Or fucking steal one from the guy who's selling them. I don't know. The stuff I create, I'm just creating trains. I ain't creating anything else. I don't know nuclear reactor bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about trains. Okay? Everything Christ knows and shows me, that's it. Doesn't mean I can create it. Doesn't mean I can do anything. Alright? So just quit. All of it is nonsense. Go learn it yourself. Learn how to create it yourself. And do it. Don't try to steal it from me and my kids. You're done. You're going to get killed. You're going to get your fucking head. You against my kids. What the hell do you think is going to happen? Fucking 6-year-old kids. 7-year-old, 10-year-olds. Innocent. Do you really think you're going to get an inch anywhere? Do you really think that? Unbelievable, guys. These guys came in there hiding in my fucking garage, and I found them to get them off the property in dream space. I got fucking mom, the fucking creator, fucking knows everything, and that's what she did. She fucking made me go up into the goddamn garage because I didn't know anybody was up there. I mean, I had it in the dream, I had an assumption, but mom puts me in there. Here they are, Christ. Christ comes in, swoops in, grabs them. They're done. All over a goddamn cell phone. I personally don't have cell phones. I do in reality, but I don't in spirit world. I don't need no goddamn cell phone. I hate the things. I gotta sit there. I got these fat fingers pushing these little tiny goddamn buttons. Every time I go and push a button to make a word, it fucking fucks up. So I don't use them. Alright? Don't even care. What are you gonna do? Steal my bag of fucking Doritos I made for the kids? Come on. That's all I do is make Doritos, Reese's Pieces, and trains. And everything else I grab, like cars and stuff. I steal them from Dream Space. I don't steal them. I take them from Dream Space. Because I created it in a dream. So I bring it up to St. Louis. Doesn't mean you can come and take it. Doesn't mean I'm going to create one for you. If I do create one for you, for some fucking reason, it ain't going to work anyway, because I don't know how to make it work. Christ makes it work. Alright? Just lay off, man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. You're going to the clink, and it's not a good place. Then you got all the Christ ripping you a new one, finding out every bit of information you have. Once you cross the line, done. Christ is going to go inside you and get every experience you ever had and everybody you contacted, and guess what? You're done. The whole syndicate of your evil little rotten group of stealing cell phones off kids is done. Alright? So, and then what's your gang going to do to you when you get caught? Alright? You're screwed. These guys thought they were the shit, that they'd sneak in St. Lucian, sneak in and wait for my kids to come home and snatch their goddamn cell phones and sell it for a couple $100. Really? But you could have walked up to Christ and said, hey, about these cell phones, I'd like to have one. How much do they cost? Where do you go? You know? Maybe he'll give them to you cheap. I don't know. But ask Christ. If you want information, you ask Christ. Don't come to me to get it. Don't come to my brain, try to come into me, look into me, get your spirit people to come to me and try to seek in my head information. It ain't gonna work. Alright? It ain't gonna work. There's a guy that lives over there. He wants to know how I make things. I told him. He still comes here. All the time. I heard him the other day. He's been here since I moved into this place, trying to get information. of how I create things. I'm like, come on, dude. I just fucking told you. Don't talk to me, talk to Christ. I'm living in two fucking worlds. I can barely take care of myself now. And when it comes up between me and my kids and Christ, you're done. You're done. Police and Christ run the whole town of St. Lucian where I live. Well, every Christian town. If the war ever does break out and we get attacked by fucking gray aliens on a mass scale, in the spirit world or on Earth, Christ got a fucking multi-billion fucking army waiting for the trumpets to sound. And you don't ever want to see that happen, man. If you're on the wrong end of the war, that's what I gotta say. Ooh, I'd love to film that, man. Jesus Christ. Makes war on this earth look like shit. Holy Christ. Anyway, you don't ever want to see that. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. If you're an extraterrestrial or whatever, don't even bother because it ain't worth your life. Later, guys. Yeah, wait a minute. So what I'm trying to say is, go to Christ and ask Him. Keep the peace. You don't need to fucking run around like a schmuck, a little turd thing. Cell phone. I need a cell phone. I steal a cell phone. You're gonna get hung, man. There's a goddamn thing you can do. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. And once I look at you, I can always find you, no matter where you go. No matter where you go. Once I look in your eyes and you get away, will myself right to your grave. Christ can grab you. There's nothing you can do. You do it to me, Christ grabs you. You do it to my kids, Christ grabs you and fucking rips you a new one. It's fucked. It's fucked. I know, but that's the way it is. It's bullshit little drama. It's just crap. But it always ends bad for you. So don't even bother. Jesus, man. Oh, somebody just knew I made cell phones. Watch one of my videos. I made cell phones for my kids. Their spirit people heard it. Came to St. Lucian. Snuck into St. Lucian. Found my house. Sitting in the garage waiting for my kids to come home so they could snatch the phone. Unbelievable. Later, guys.